more awareness, and the teachers should have more effort into their studies so that the children could react to it and be more aware of the mess they make. Some individuals, like drug users, video game addicts, and some people who doesn't follow the guidelines and regulations of the traffic problems is very common these days. Like drug use, students and teenagers using alcohol and some illegal drugs like tobacco is very concerning and becoming a more common and dangerous case. And for the video game addicts, their parents should manage their video game and time more properly so that they won't use their time on video games too much, losing touch with reality. For the traffic violationers, the students should talk to the teachers and the police about this so they could manage their properly so the accidents wouldn't happen so conveniently and so much. This problem can be very concerning and the priority and reputation of the school will be lowered. Secondly, is the teachers should host more entertaining things for their children so that they won't be bored or not care about their subjects they're studying. Like for example, a student is too grumpy or too strict about their lessons and studies that they don't even care about the student's emotion. Like when I'm talking to my friend, the teacher is gonna put me in the stricter guideline and in the black note. I understand that, but sometimes kids don't cope with these problems and they could be very sad and emotionally damaged by these. So before doing it, the teachers should talk to the students and understand their situations and behaviors so that they could follow the regulations and be more closely bond with the students and the teachers in the schools. Some other things that can cause some unhappy things like environmental problems in schools is also a thing. When their school areas are too flooded or crowded with trash and with individuals that aren't healthy, like the bullies. Bullying is a very common thing happening in school areas. It causes sadness and depression and can drastically change a person from a healthy and happy person to a sad and lonely person. To be honest, this problem is very common in schools and even in social media. So the management in technology would be lowered for the students so that they won't have any mental disorders like depression, anxiety, and maybe eating disorders. Yeah? Another thing is, I forgot to say, is environmental problems. Students should host some environmental host shows like the my school is hosting a green program so that the students won't throw trash everywhere. They create some recycling bins for students to put their trashes in and won't put them in other areas like their schools, their class, and in their park. And for these consequences, it is very unhealthy and could be more healthy and happy if they are fixed. So as a message to all of those parents and teachers out there, you should manage your kids and students stricter so that they could follow the guidelines and keep the environment and our community clean. That's the end of my representation. Thank you for your listening. Do you have any questions for me?
Yes, sure. I have a question for you. What role can teachers play in creating a happy school?
I beg your pardon?
Yes, sir. What role can teachers play in creating a happy school?
Well, the teachers often play an important role. They help to educate the students and the children so that they won't misbehave in the near future. They could use some methods like being emotionally bonding with their students, yeah? So that they won't feel left out, like the bullies who bullies the individual, and the individual is not happy and doesn't focus in class. So the teacher could hold some mini games or talk to the students individually, so that they could be more polite and be more happy. Any more questions?
You mentioned school bullying. My question is, what should you do as a student to prevent school bullying?
School bullying is a very common thing, as I said, and there are many ways of preventing this. One of the things that I said, and I answered Mrs. Who? What is your name? I answered Mrs. Lee's question, and I also mentioned there that the teachers could play an important role in stopping and preventing bullies. Another thing that can prevent bullies is the students. The students who are there can protect each other and stand up for each other when they're getting bullied, yeah? And so when an individual is bullied, another person, their friend, can protect them and stand up for them so they won't feel left out or lonely. Is that all? Okay. Okay, thank you all for your listening.